when he was young. Aunt Sadie? Aunt Sadie, I found some old photos in the basement. Is this one you?
Oh, Robin, I can barely see anything with my eyes acting up.
Well, it looks like it was taken right here on this block.
If it was taken on this block, then it had to be the summer '42, because that was the last time I stayed in this house.
Come on. Tell us what it was like. You coming here from North Carolina to the big city for the first time. World War II going on, everybody jitterbugging all over the place.
Everybody was not jitterbugging all over the place. There was a lot of hard-working folks who came up from the South. How do you think your grandparents got to be the first blacks to live on this block? Hard work and commitment.
Just thought you might have a story or two.
Robin, why are you so interested in the past? It was no different then than it is now, except people went to church a lot more and had a lot more respect for one another. Sydney? Besides, the past has nothing in it but dusty old memories. People have been dead for years. When you get to be my age, you'll realize that there's nothing new to be discovered in the past or anywhere else.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
It's not just how I feel. It's the truth.
Sadie, you ready? Hey, honey, I don't know how long Sadie's eye doctor appointment's going to be, but we should be back in a few hours, okay?
Daddy, can I come too?
No, honey, I'm sorry. We'll be back soon, okay?
Right. See you too
Okay. Good luck.
Miss Wellsford, I have some good news and some bad. It appears you have cataracts.
Cataracts?
Yes, it's a change in protein composition on the lens of the eye. It's what's been causing your clouded and dim vision since you were in, Washington?
Yes, Washington. Oh, I just moved in with my niece and her family last week. This is not something I needed to hear, not
Well,
now.
now the good news is that with cataracts, there's no damage to the retina or the optical nerve, and you can have them removed with outpatient surgery.
In my 72 years, I have never had an operation, and I don't want to start now. What if I decide not to get the cataract surgery?
If you don't, the buildup will continue, and eventually you won't be able to see at all. You can get a second opinion, Miss Wellsford, but ultimately, the decision is yours.
Aunt Sadie, is this you?
Oh, I don't know, sweetheart. I can hardly see it. Oh, that was the summer I stayed in this house. I was 16.
Ty, are you asking Aunt Sadie a lot of questions?
No.
Well, she's at that age where she wants to know everything.
Oh, that picture. This house, it sure does bring back memories.
Good ones, I hope. Aunt Sadie, something been bothering you lately?
Oh, I'm sorry I snapped at you earlier, Robin. It's just something about being back here. Brings back things I haven't thought about in years. And this eye situation isn't helping anything either.
What did the eye doctor say?
That I need cataract surgery. My vision's been so cloudy. It's like looking through a waterfall. I'm talking to people I can hardly
Excuse
see.
me. I want you two to meet Robin's Aunt Sadie.
You don't know how honored I am to finally meet you, Miss Sadie.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, we've heard so much about you. Robin's never stopped talking about her Aunt Sadie from Washington, D.C.
Hey, I think it's time for a toast. To Aunt Sadie, it is a joy to have you back here with us.
Well, it is a joy to be back here. You two are like the children I never had. And I couldn't be any luckier.
Here, 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 here.
Hey, Cindy, look, it's Mr. Henderson from around the corner.
Hey, Mr. Henderson, over here, sir. How are you?
Hello, everybody. Hey.
Mr. Henderson, I want you to meet our guest of honor, Aunt Sadie. This is Robin's Aunt Sadie. Aunt Sadie, Mr. Henderson.
How do you do?
How do you do? Aunt Sadie hasn't been here since 1942. She's come here to live with us.
Is that so?
You children sure know how to date me.
Come on, honey, let's grab a bite to eat before the food's gone.
I'd like to welcome you to the neighborhood. I'm from this area myself.
Oh, really? Have you always lived in Brooklyn?
Born and bred. Robin says that you're from Washington, D.C. Fine place.
Oh, yes. I was a teacher there for nearly 40 years. I've seen my students become doctors, lawyers, even elected officials.
Must make you proud.
It does. But do you know, when I got there in the early 40s, a colored person couldn't even sit at Woolworth's counter in our nation's capital. Now politics in D.C. are run by blacks, and Woolworth no longer exists.
Things really do change, don't they? Since you are new to the area here, why don't you let me show you around?
Well, I've been pretty busy getting settled in. I don't think I have time to.
The chance for you to get reacquainted with the neighborhood.
Well, all right. All right, I'd like that.
What about Saturday afternoon?
Fine. Next Saturday.
Good. See you then.
Aunt Sadie, what was all that about?
You're Mr. Henderson. Just invited me out for next Saturday afternoon. We'll see.
Well, here we are, Marcus Garvey Boulevard. This park has always been filled with kids laughing and playing in the streets.
I don't recall a thing.
I remember when most of these cars were parked on these streets was these great big Chevys about this high. You remember that?
I guess.
And right here on this very same corner, me and my buddies used to hang out. Boy, oh boy, did we have a good time back then.
You're starting to sound like my niece. She's infatuated with the past, too.
That's because those were some great memories. We're here in the 40s. You ought to remember this place.
This used to be Ma White's beauty salon. Ma White's was where you go on Thursdays to get your hair done for the weekend and hope that with all the dancing your present girl wouldn't get sweated out by Sunday.
You remember a club called the Putnam Central?
Yes, I do.
Used to Lindy hop at that place all night long.
Oh, that was way before they even had the jitterbug.
Way before. You know, kids today think rap started with them. It started with us. Hit the road, Jack. Cut me some slack and I'll be right back. Right on time, baby, right on time. 369, the goose drank wine, monkey got drunk on streetcar line. Line broke, the monkey got choked. All went to heaven on an old rowboat. La, 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 la. You know, we used to listen to some great music back then. What's the name of that song? I have it right on the tip of my tongue. What's the name of that tune? Do you know the song I'm talking about?
It doesn't familiar. I don't know.
Oh, it'll come to me. Listen.
All right, let me see.
All you gotta do is stay with me, all right? There it is. Follow.
Show me the money.
Follow. Are you following me?
I got you. I got you. All right, come on.
All right, all you have to do is follow me. Follow me.
Come on. Come on.
Take your pick.
It's right there.
Sure.
It's right, I'm
It's
sure.
over here. I got you. Come on.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Sorry, my brother. Look like that's wrong.
Damn.
One more time. What you like again?
Me.
So who's next? Anybody want to take a shot? Who's brave? Anyone brave enough to take a chance? Come on, who's gonna blow you? How about you, Pat?
Wow.
I don't think so.
What's the matter, man? All right. What's the matter?
That's what.
Oh, I know. You don't want to be embarrassed in front of your lady, right? That's okay. No disrespect intended.
Try it one time for 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Just stay with me, okay? Stay with me. Here you go. Give me the cup. Here we go. Keep your eyes on it. Take your pick.
One like that, this one like that. That's it. Let's go.
What do you think?
Wow.
So, man, what you taking up? Well, that's not bad.
Yay.
You know, with your kind of luck, you might be able to win some real money. Tell you what.
Wow.
$5 more to get you another shot at Lady Luck.
Take my bread right now and we'll see you later, Gator.
All right, who's next? Who's coming next?
Always been lucky. But as I've grown older, I realized you got to have something else besides luck going for you out here. I look at these young guys out here running the streets. I see a lot of myself in them. I remember how hard it was when I was a young man, trying to find a sense of direction in life. Right over there is where I got my start. Dear old boys and girls high.
It was just plain boys high then, wasn't it?
Yeah. Shop classes I took over there made me fantasize about making a living working with my hands. I always loved carpentry, but I never thought I could make a living working at it. But then someone told me, says, look, you can be anything you want to be. If the mind can conceive it, you can achieve it.
That was a good friend.
Oh, yeah. There were a few people I wish I had a chance to thank you.
Time always marches on. Really hits you when you leave a place and come back 60 years later. I also thought there'd never come a time when I'd barely be able to see.
Sure seemed fine to me. What I mean is, what I mean is, you know, as we walk along the street, you seem to know every step.
That's because you were walking with me. My vision's been clouded for a long time. I guess as you get older, things just don't work the way they used to.
Well, the way I see it, you're only old as you feel. You see all those beautiful trees up there? I remember when they were first planted. And after all these years, they still keep going, strong.
Kinda like us.
Yeah, sure, just like us.
You know, I knew a Henderson once. He died young. He's been a buried memory for a long time. He had quite an impact on me.
Well, I'm sure you felt the same way about you. You know, you're a really nice person.
Don't get around much anymore.
Come again?
Don't get around much anymore. That's the name of the song you were singing.
That's it! That's it! Don't get around much anymore! Duke Ellington! Mr. Saturday Dan. Earth, the crowd at the floor. I couldn't bear it without you. Don't get around much anymore. Oh, I'd visit the club. Got as far as the door. They all ask me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. But nevertheless, I stir up memories.
Don't you have something better to do?
No.
Hey, you two.
Hi, Mommy.
Hey.
Where's Aunt Sadie?
Oh, I'd say, she's still out with Mr. Henderson.
Well, she's been gone since I left. That was hours ago.
Yeah, well, what could be the harm? Besides, you're really hitting it off.
Been invited on dates. Might have gone, but awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore.
You know, it was really sweet of you to invite Mr. Henderson to Aunt Sadie's welcome party.
Mr. Henderson? I didn't invite Mr. Henderson to the party. I thought you did.
Been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Crazy about baby. Don't get around much anymore.
There's a 95% chance that you'll be able to see clearly again.
Hey, we're home.
Hey.
Oh, what's this?
I took those old photographs and put them into a scrapbook.
Ah, you did. Oh, I remember this one. Oh, look, see, I wasn't too happy at first. Oh, your grandparents had me cooped up in the parlor taking tea with them and their friends. I wanted to get out and explore the city.
Was that the time you were staying here?
Yes, and I would have been miserable if it weren't for Lucky. Lucky was a boy I was absolutely in love with. The family didn't like him. Your grandfather called him an alley cat. Wanted me to have nothing to do with him.
Why? What was wrong with him?
Lucky was a hustler. He used to run errands for the local numbers man. He'd make extra money by rolling dice. He used to win so often, they called him Lucky. Oh, child, he was the finest zoot suit wearing man I'd ever seen. Woo! He had a certain spark.
So how did you two meet in the first place?
Oh, I met him on Fulton Street. There was a big commotion, and I got swept up in the crowd. Lucky pulled me aside, and he said to me, "You know, you shouldn't be out here alone. It's very dangerous." Then he offered to walk me home, and we started talking, and the relationship took off from there.
Yeah, but your family wasn't happy about you hooking up with a brother from the streets, huh?
It wasn't just that. Our family has always taken very seriously the idea of the talented tenth. We all went to college. We're involved in the right organizations. You see, we were the black folks who were supposed to be leaders. Me being with Lucky didn't fit into that idea.
So what did they say when you went out with them?
They didn't say anything. I told my aunt and uncle that I was going to the library to meet with some friends, and then I went out dancing with Lucky.
Oh, see, you lied to them?
Yes, I did. Oh, Lucky and I would go out dancing and listen to the jazz greats of the day. Lucky loved jazz. He was always singing some, too. Oh, we used to take the subway to Coney Island, and we'd take long walks talking about our future plans. I wanted nothing more than to teach school children. That was my lifelong dream.
Yeah, but what about Lucky's dream? Didn't he have any plans?
Well, Lucky, he liked to draw and to carve things. He said he always wanted to work with his hands.
So, did you two keep in touch?
No. No. We were supposed to write to each other and to keep in touch after the summer was over. We were supposed to meet in the park one last time before I left for school, but he never showed up.
Did you ever find out what happened to him?
Yes, I was told that he had a run-in with some members of the numbers racket and got shot. He died the next week. Oh, I shouldn't be talking about things like this. That was a beautiful experience in my youth. But there's no sense living in the past. What's this?
I found those with the old photographs in the basement. Doesn't say who it's from, but looks pretty old.
This was the picture I took with Lucky on Lewis Avenue. Dear Sadie, by the time you get this letter, I'll be gone. I received my orders today, and they're sending me to fight in Europe. I know it's early to say this, but I feel that you are the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. No other person has inspired me as much as you have. If I come out of this war alive, I'll use the chance to make things better for myself. Please, write to me at the address below. If all I have is your letters to get me through the war, I know I'll make it. Love, Lucky. August 28th, 1942. Why didn't I ever receive this?
It must have been some kind of mistake.
No, it was no mistake. The family never did like Lucky, and they did whatever they could to keep us apart.
Aunt Sadie, I'm sure it wasn't that simple.
Oh, it was that simple. And if they lied about this, who knows? They might have lied about him being shot.
Maybe he's still alive.
We'll never know, will we? You all will have to excuse me.
I was hoping you'd get it, but I just didn't think it would take so long.
I don't understand.
Remember this?
could I forget?
Couldn't bear it without you.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get around much anymore.